Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about an over item that you can craft and that you can make a lot of gold with. So this item is a mount from Battle for Azeroth, and this is the Xiwyllag ATV. So this is a pretty cool flying mount. It has a unique skin and definitely something that a lot of people are happy to spend some gold on. So what I'm going to explain in today's video is how you can craft the mount, all the different steps you need to take in order to craft the mount, and then how you can make a lot of gold with. So let's start with crafting the mount. The first step you want to do is make sure that you have a character with both blacksmithing or engineering. You can also have two separate characters with the two professions, but it's just going to make it way easier if you have one character with both professions. Both professions need to be upgraded to 160 with the Battle for Azeroth version of the profession. So you need, for instance, 160 in engineering with Battle for Azeroth and 160 with blacksmithing with Battle for Azeroth. Once you have the two professions, you want to go to Mechagon. So in order to go to Mechagon, you need to go in the main city, whether it's Horde or Alliance, and then they will have a portal that you can use in order to go there. But if you haven't played Battle for Azeroth, unfortunately the portal won't be there and you won't be able to access Mechagon. You need to first do a long series of quests and to upgrade all the different reputations with the different factions of Battle for Azeroth in order to unlock the island. So definitely not something you want to spend too much time on because it's really annoying. What I would recommend you to do instead is to go in the custom search and to just type Mechagon, and sometimes you will have some groups available, and when there is a group available you can just join and ask the people to summon you, and then you can either leave the group, do whatever the people wanted to do in the first place, and then you can stay on the island and continue with the second step of this process. So once you're on the island, you want to go and access the Operation Mechagon dungeon, and then you want to kill the 5 first boss to access Kujo. When you're killing Kujo, you have a very small chance of dropping a recipe. So it drops 2 recipes, one for engineering and one for blacksmithing. The first one for engineering is the supercharged engine. And then for blacksmithing, this is the monolite reinforced chassis. And when you get the 2 recipes and you craft these 2 items, you can combine them in order to craft the mount, the Xiwyllag ATV. So the only annoying part with this entire process is really gonna get it's just getting the different recipes. So unfortunately, as this is a small drop chance, you want to run the dungeon a couple of times. It has been confirmed that the recipes can drop on normal mode, so you can do it on normal mode. Just kill the 6th buff, Kujo, and then just join a random group. Leave the group, you will be summoned at the entrance of the dungeon, and then you want to exit the dungeon, reset, and start again. On average, in normal mode, a run should take maybe 7 minutes. If you're playing on a class that can go very fast, maybe even less than that. So definitely something you want to do a couple of times in order to get both recipes, and once you get both recipes, then you're done. So in total, as you can see, you will need 100 monolite ore for the supercharged engine, as well as 50 storm silver ore, 25 insulated wiring, and 12 chemical blasting caps. These 2 you can buy them from the vendor, and 8 expulsom. And then for the monolite reinforced chassis, you will need 75 of the monolite ore, 65 of the storm silver ore, 30 of the platinum ore, and 20 of the elemental flux that you can buy from the vendor. So if you want to buy everything from the auction house, you can really buy everything except the expulsum. It will cost you on average 5,500 gold. And keep in mind that with the next patch that will be released next week, all the different materials and all these crafted materials will be region wide, and so probably the price is going to drop even more. So probably it's going to be even cheaper. But what I would recommend you to do is just to farm everything yourself. If you have a miner, you just want to go to Nazmir and go all around here and just mine everything. You have also for Alliance players, if I'm correct, you can go to Drusvar. There is a lot around all the different mountains. There is a lot as well. And then in the Stormsong Valley as well. but really normally it should not take you too long to mine all these different, all the ore and all the materials you need in order to craft the mount. Then in order to get the different Expulsom, what you want to do is when you're running all the different dungeons to get the different recipes, you want to keep all the different loots. Whether it's like green or like, you know, like the blue epic loot from the bosses, you want to keep everything, and then you want to so for all players, it's just here in Dazar Alor, the main capital, and you want to use the Shred Master MK1. And you want to like just destroy all the different items that you have and that you don't need. So as you can see, this is all these different items, and then you have a small chance at getting some Expulsom. You also can get like some pretty cool like materials such as the different ore that you need. But normally like that, you should be pretty easily to get all the different Expulsoms. If you don't have enough items and you don't have enough Expulsoms, you can also just go in the different auction house and buy some of the items from Battle for Azeroth, some green items that are very, very cheap, and you can then just use them and try to get some Expulsom. If you have some jewel crafting from Battle for Azeroth, you can also simply craft a lot of rings and things like that, and you can then send them to your main character and again use this shredder in order to get some Expulsom. So normally this is really something that should not take you too long. It's very easy to do. So what I would recommend you to do again is just make sure to focus on getting the 2 recipes. As soon as you have access to Mechagon, just stay there, run the dungeon again and again and again in order to get the 2 recipes. Then you want to just farm a bunch of materials and craft a bunch of mounts and then sell them. And normally, honestly, they sell pretty fast. So when it comes to the sell rate and the value, in terms of sell rate, this mount is really good. It has a 0.98 sell rate, and sometimes it's even more than that. So it really means that, especially on a hyper realm, you will sell at least 1 or 2 of these mounts per day if you're just like posting them regularly. Then when it comes to the value on European realms, it's going to be between 26 to 32,000 gold, and on US realms, 40 to 47,000 gold. So keep in mind again, for instance, on European realms, on average, it's 5,000 gold if you buy everything from the auction house, and then on average, you will be able to sell them for 26,000 gold, with like really some of the cheapest ones being 10,000 gold on the very hyper realms. So definitely on most realms, you will be able to make quite a lot of gold by crafting and selling this mount. And my last tip is, if at some point you're transferring some characters to do some trade on other realms or anything like that, always try to like carry a couple of these with you, especially if you're going on a realm where they sell for a huge price, because then you can really make a lot of gold across many realms just by crafting these like different mounts on your main character. So that's going to be pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you will be able to make some gold with this mount. I wish you the best of luck if you haven't unlocked yet the 2 recipes. But normally, just by running the dungeon in normal mode, you will be able to get the 2 recipes like pretty fast, let's say. And hopefully after that, you will be able to make a lot of gold with the mount. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos. And in the meantime, I wish you all a happy start of this new reset week. Bye!